Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's match is between the TBC Lady Eagles and the Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. At this time, please stand for prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the blessings you've given us. Help us have a great game today. Keep both teams safe. Help us do everything to your honor and your glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting today for Trinity Baptist, number 1, Alexis Spann. Number 3, Casey Brown. Number 10, Finley Pointer. Number 12, Haley Higgins. Number 14, Carly Mosley. Number 28, Madison Williford. And number 41, Ashley Shaw. The Lady Eagles are led by head coach Carlin Pointer. And now the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. A freshman from Heartland, Maine, number 2, Hope Brooks. A freshman from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, number 4, Helen Payton. A junior from Houston, Texas, number 6, Grace Liu. A senior from Pensacola, Florida, number 13, Allie Whiting. A sophomore from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, number 14, Lissy Metzger. A freshman from Hampton, Georgia, number 15, Sydney Anderson. And a sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 16, Megan Kinsey. The Lady Eagles are led by Coach Kaylin Oman and assistant coach Carissa Aiken.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pensacola, Florida for our final match of this tri-match for the 2024 Lady Eagles this year. We are thrilled to welcome you back to the Nest as the Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles face off against the Trinity Baptist College Eagles here on this Saturday evening in Pensacola, Florida. I'm Garrett Ordway, and joining me tonight is Carrie Ordway, and we're looking forward to a great match. Carrie, what are you looking forward to seeing out of the Lady Eagles tonight?
One thing that I'm going to be especially watching for is to see really how the Lady Eagles work through the mental aspect of this particular match. They are facing an exceptionally familiar opponent to them. They faced Trinity just last week, 1 week ago from today, but, you know, being in conference opponents, they play each other all the time. These teams are very familiar with one another, and the Eagles have a very successful history against Trinity. So this is one of those matchups that they know exactly what to expect, and as they go through the match, they know that they should be successful, that this should be a simple win for them. But going through the mental part of the game of trying to play at a high level, even if your opponent isn't quite at that level, I think it's going to be one of the biggest aspects of this game.
We'll certainly look for the Lady Eagles to get those fundamentals down, communicate well throughout the match, as we mentioned from the earlier match today, in continuation of, their hard work this season. We'll look forward to seeing what they can do in this matchup this evening. Casey Brown will get us started from Trinity. Metzger up to Peyton in the middle for Kinsey. And we started off with a kill.
And that's exactly what you want to see happen time and time again through this matchup. The Lady Eagles taking advantage of a simpler opponent to be able to execute these stronger offenses.
Metzger back to serve. Boyd entered the front row there. Up high and wide, off some hands. Kinsey wide for Boyd. Handled by Trinity. It'll come back again. Oh, a tough cross. Boyd got it up. Kinsey was there, and it'll be Metzger on the swing. A good roll over. Just wide of the block. Brooks gives it to Whiting. She swings off the right side. Gives the roll. A good one, though. In the middle, Kinsey off the hands and scores. Great defense there at times by the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we've said, that good defense, that strong defense is going to be fundamental in setting up these stronger offenses that we're looking to see out of the Eagles tonight.
Metzger with the serve. Handled by Trinity, but it ends up as a free ball. Brooks to Peyton. There to Kinsey. Off some hands again, and she scores. Boyd, Whiting, Kinsey in the front row. A good serve there by Metzger. A free ball coming over. Brooks there to Peyton. Back set for Whiting. Big swing. It finds the line.
In this particular rotation, we do have our setter Peyton coming from back row, so she has all three hitting options available to her in front row. So once again, it will be exciting to see how she takes advantage of having each of those, looking to see how she mixes up each offense.
Set wide, tipped up, Peyton. Brooks, Boyd, big swing by Boyd.
And that was a really sharp swing from Boyd coming out of the strong side there, the outside hitting position. Boyd is a freshman on the team, so she's just working her way into the team, trying to figure out the different dynamics and the timing of everything. So looking to see that timing sharpen up will be another key component of these matches, these early season matches.
Kinsey puts down the overpass. 6-0 early lead for the Lady Eagles.
And I like to see that kind of play out of Kinsey because she was aware of what was going on the other side of the court, and that's what you want to see out of your hitter, showing that court awareness, knowing exactly where to place the ball. Because as they play tougher and tougher opponents, you know that so often it's not even as hard as they swing the ball, but it's where they place the ball.
Metzger again. Finds the line. Another ace.
And that was a great placement for that serve. A little bit of a trickier placement close to that outline, but once again, these are the types of matches where you want to be practicing that in a game situation.
Little top spin on that one, and it'll end as a free ball for the Lady Eagles. Whiting to Peyton. All the way across to Boyd. She left-hand tips it there. Comes over. Metzger to Peyton. Back row attack for Metzger. What a swing. And she gets the kill. Lest we forget about the fourth hitting option from the back row. Peyton spreads it around.
And that's something that I think we will see even more of as the season progresses and as the hitters get more comfortable with their various positions, taking advantage of those back row hitting opportunities.
Ball comes over. Metzger to Peyton. There for Kinsey. Tips. Handled by Trinity. Wide. Swung off the block. That one squeaks through, and Trinity's on the board.
What a strong start for the Eagles, coming out to a 9-1 lead. Definitely showing that they were ready to jump into this game just immediately.
Williford entered there for Higgins for Trinity. And it was Alexis Spann serving. Whiting with the tip, but Mosley was there on the block. You know, that was one thing that when they played Trinity last Saturday, they had about a half hour after the Bob Jones match. We're switching gyms.
A quick turnaround after a tough match.
This one they've had plenty of time off since defeating the Agnes Scott Aggies Agnes Scott Scotties earlier today, and they are ready for this match, looking forward to putting together a full team effort.
You know, that's one of these tri-matches like this. It could really work to your advantage or it could work against you. You know, you mentioned last week it was tough for the Eagles to go from a really demanding matchup against the Bruins to turn around and immediately play. But sometimes when you have these setups where they played earlier in the day at 2 p.m., but then you take just a few hours off and you're kind of sitting around, and anyone who's played sports like this, they know what it's like to kind of hang out in a gym around, because you want to rest and you want to take advantage of that break without, you know, getting completely cold. And once again, it's a mental game to be able to be hyped up and ready for the first match of the day, but then to go into that lower energy rest period between the two, but then be ready to then elevate that energy for the final matchup of the day. Can be really demanding, especially when these student athletes they're balancing so much anyway. I think some of them were getting ahead on maybe studying for their first round of tests this week, or working on some homework in between the matches.
Okay, so I think they are switching the point that was earned.
It seems like there was perhaps an out of rotation error, or a rotation error for the Trinity Baptist Eagles that resulted in, I believe, a point change.
Okay, regardless, Metzger is back there swinging for the serve. And ball comes over. Set up there for Whiting. She swings. Ooh, tight, unable to play it there. Span at the net. Played up high by Trinity. Free ball over. Metzger to Peyton. She's got Kinsey. Quick set kill. 12-1, the Lady Eagles lead. Finley Pointer entering for Madison Williford. Metzger with the strong serve. Trinity will give the free ball. Oh, a good one, though. Peyton wide for Boyd. Strong swing, and she scores. And it'll lead to a timeout for Trinity. Lady Eagles leading 13-1. All right, we are trying to come out of this timeout, but with some rotation issues, there was a delay earlier. Eagles told not to rotate, and potentially they needed to rotate. So we're getting things sorted out here in the gym.
And as a player and an official, you know when it happens with these moments where there was a mistake that was made that wasn't caught, and now you have a rotation error, but you've been in that rotation error that had previously been approved by the official.
Yes.
But now the official is aware that what he had approved earlier was actually a mistake. So now we have the up and down officials meeting with one another, trying to figure out what the appropriate course of action will be for both of these teams, where the point should be awarded. And it will be interesting to see where they come down on this decision, since the official had
approved. Right. Coach Oman asked,
right,
did we need to rotate?
And he told her
said
no.
Mm-hmm. Or I think they had rotated, and I think they told them to maybe even rotate back because Sydney Anderson had come onto the court for a second.
And as a volleyball player, this is one of these things that you have to deal with sometimes in the middle of a set, where all of a sudden you have all this momentum going, you're in the rhythm of a set, and then there's something random that comes up like this, and it plays into that mental aspect of the game so much. To be able to have that downtime, and then you immediately have to be able to turn on as soon as the whistle blows again. So it seems like the resolution is going to be that the ball is going to go back to Trinity.
With a point.
And then PCC will be rotating into the correct position.
Keep going.
And we see them starting off that process with Anderson coming back on court.
Right, so it should have been Hope Brooks serving, the libero, as she comes in for the middles.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So poor Hope is going to lose her service.
Lose her serve. Metzger was on such a roll, though. She just was going to keep on going. And as a player, this is just so frustrating when it happens, because once again, you're in a rhythm, you're on a roll, you feel the rhythms of the game, and then all that energy is just sucked off the court. Even for your fans don't know what's going on either. They're not privy to the conversations that are happening.
I'll say we're less than a month into the season. It's still young. We're still working some of the wrinkles out.
And even as an official, you know, these odd situations come up sometimes, and sometimes things are overlooked, and that's an aspect of the game. And it seems like now, though, that the mistake was corrected. The point has been awarded to the other side. Both teams are in the correct rotation, so I believe they are ready to play.
We're assuming they're in the correct rotations. Anderson was ready to swing. She'll swing again, this time with the tip. Tight there in the middle, tight at the net. Anderson gets it up. Peyton backs up for Whiting. Big swing. Handled by Trinity. Ball goes up high, rolled over. Peyton this time to Anderson. She goes tight and scores.
Wow, Anderson did exactly what you want her to do coming onto the court. You know, after a long period of inactivity there, I just mentioned it's difficult to come back from that. And from her very first swing, it was an energizing first swing, and she continued to keep that energy up through that entire volley.
Whiting with the serve. Boyd up for Peyton. Back to Boyd. Tipped, free ball comes over. Whiting to Peyton. Quick set for Anderson. The timing looks like they've been on the court together for a couple years.
And I was getting ready to comment on that. That timing between a setter and her middle hitter especially is really difficult to figure out sometimes, especially in that position, that middle hitting position. It's a much quicker set, even when especially when it's a quick set. And so the timing becomes that much more important, and those two have seemingly just figured it out in a very short amount of time.
Whiting, Metzger, Boyd is going to get the swing. In the middle, Whiting is there, tight. Peyton in the front row goes over.
We haven't seen Peyton take advantage of that opportunity too often.
Anderson off the block, still alive for Trinity. Ball comes over. Whiting, Peyton, tip, and that was a little too long.
Prolonged contact with that.
For Anderson. Tough judgment call from the up official.
Those are tricky. It certainly was more prolonged than a typical contact.
Number 33, Troutman serving, but it'll be a point to the Eagles. Boyd exits, Liu enters. Anderson, Peyton, Metzger in the front row. Liu, Whiting, and the libero Brooks in the back row. That swing from Brown goes into the net, and it's a point for the Lady Eagles. Liu serving, 17-3 lead for the Lady Eagles. Ball's up, but so is the block. Not sure if it was Metzger and Anderson. They jumped in sync and rejected that attack.
Really good timing between those two to put up that block. Good timing, good positioning.
Blocked. Point for the Lady Eagles.
And now we've seen Anderson in the last two plays meet up so well, closing the gap with her outside hitters, both on right and strong side there.
Anderson,
outside.
One of the leaders in the NCCAA D2 in blocks this season, covering both sides of the net effectively. Metzger with the big swing. Set up and blocked. We'll have to check with the stats guys upstairs on if they gave Anderson that block. Maybe some home court scoring in her favor. Bumped wide. That one down the line and found the edge. Point for Trinity.
The Eagles have been wanting to work on their serve receive, but they have not had too many opportunities throughout today to practice that.
Higgins with the serve. Peyton gives it up. Liu with the back row attack earns the point. Ashley Shaw, libero for Trinity, will re-enter. Hope Brooks exits for the Eagles as Megan Kinsey heads to the front row. Anderson with the serve. Tight. Kinsey kills the overpass.
Good play by Kinsey, once again being aware enough to not follow her natural inclination to put the ball directly down, but instead swiping it off to the side. Smart play.
Staying out of the net as well. That could be a temptation to try to get that ball too soon. Oh, off the hands and down. Hope Brooks re-enters. Finley Pointer to serve for Trinity. Metzger, Peyton, in the middle, Kinsey. Oh no. Did her hand follow through?
It seems that way, yeah. But, and you can see this on their faces, it's unfortunate that they lost the point for that one, but I think both Kinsey and Peyton were thrilled with that contact, with that connection between the two of them. And that's a beautiful play. You know, you have that opportunity in that position.
Brooks up high to Peyton. Metzger. And point for the Lady Eagles. I think we're going to double check the score. All right, so I think we are going to get an adjustment here. I think 23-6.
I think the point from that net call on the PCC Eagles was not actually awarded to Trinity on the scoreboard. So the score as it stands now, 24-6. That's 6
All right, we'll go set point for the Lady Eagles. Metzger finishes off set number 1. Miranda Knox had the serve there to close out set number 1, 25-6. Lady Eagles. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. All right, welcome into set 2. Lady Eagles taking the first one, 25-6 against Trinity Baptist. They'll look to continue their work here in set number 2. Carrie, what'd you like from set 1?
You know, I mentioned at the beginning of the set that it was often difficult to maintain a high level of play when you're playing against an opponent that is not quite at that level. And I think the Eagles did a really good job throughout this first set maintaining pressure on Trinity, maintaining a high level of play. They were executing some strong offense throughout the first set. So that will be interesting to see how they can continue that through this second set. And it's going to just increasingly be more difficult to maintain that high level as they continue to be successful throughout the set.
All right, we've got Helen Payton leading off the Eagles. A little long there. And it'll be first point for Trinity. Kristen Andrews serving for Trinity. A little short, and point to Lady Eagles. Boyd will enter for, I believe, Lou.
You never want to begin a set with a service error, but when it's matched, when it's answered with another service error, makes you feel a little bit better. At least you're starting off on even footing.
Metzger served for quite a while in that first set. Gets it over. Metzger gets it to Payton there for Kinsey. Big swing. Still up. Oh, point for the Lady Eagles. Good hustle there by Trinity, but unable to get it back over. And we'll have a substitution. We've got Troutman for Pointer for Trinity. Metzger to serve. Swings hard, a little long. Point for Trinity, 2-2 here early. Payton, Boyd gets the kill. Hope Brooks gets her chance here in set two to serve. Dug up by Trinity. They get a swing away. Metzger gets it up to Payton. High for Whiting, tipped. Handled by Trinity. Bumped up, the free ball will come over. But out. The Lady Eagles score there, 4-2. Anderson, Boyd, Whiting in the front row. Brooks, Metzger, and Payton in the back. Big swing by Anderson. Long there, and it'll be a point for Trinity.
You can appreciate these attempted strong serves that the Eagles are trying here at the beginning of the second set. Once again, this is, if you're trying to get reps in with putting a little bit more pressure on with those serves, this is the opportunity to do it, but certainly looking to see the Eagles clean that up throughout the rest of this match.
Anderson attempts the roll, but it's long there. 5-4, the Lady Eagles lead. Haley Higgins to serve. Short, too short. And it'll be Whiting back to serve. Southpaw. Hit up, still up. Trinity gives the free ball over. Brooks to Payton in the middle for Anderson. Went with the quick set, maybe a little lower than Anderson had anticipated. She does good to earn the point. Couple smiles on the Lady Eagles there. Anderson, she gets her chance at an overpass and puts it away.
And you see them start to smile a little bit more once they get past those initial few mistakes that they had made to start off this set.
Whiting with a good serve. Down the line, handled by Whiting. Peyton puts it across to Boyd. That one off the block and scores.
Good defensive read by Whiting, watching those shoulders hitters, or those hitter shoulders, I'm sorry, as she was attacking.
Cross court, too wide though, and the point will go to Trinity. Alexis Spann heads back to serve. Handled by Metzger. Peyton wide for Boyd. Off balance. Keeps it in. Attack there. Whiting reads it. In the middle for Anderson. Lou enters for Boyd. And ball up here for Trinity. Cross-court attack, and she scores. Kristen Andrews for Trinity.
Definitely an unexpected swing out of Trinity. We haven't seen them use that sharp cross-court option, I think, any throughout the first or second set so far.
Yeah, the double block was there. She had to take a really tight angle. Whiting up high for Peyton. There's Metzger. Big swing. Still alive for Trinity. Free ball comes over. Whiting gets it up to Peyton. Lots of options. She goes to Anderson. Wide for Trinity. Off the block. And Trinity scores.
I really like the communication that we're seeing out of the Eagles back row. 3 strong defensive players on the back row, and which is great to have, a great option to have. But good communication between strong players like that is absolutely essential for them to work well together.
Metzger ends up with the swing there. Trinity giving the free ball over. Lou gets it to Peyton. There it is, Anderson. Gotten up by Trinity. Free ball comes over. Whiting gets there. Hope Brooks will take the swing. And we play on. Tipped over. Peyton up high for Metzger. Tight cross handled by Trinity. Right side attack, too long, and it'll be a point for the Lady Eagles.
You know, one thing from that previous volley that I really liked that I saw, and, you know, this is a sign of a mature player. Often when we have a setter who is available to play defense and get something, sometimes less experienced setters, you'll see them take balls that other defense players could get. But the problem is if a setter takes that first contact when someone else could have gotten it, she's effectively removing herself from the play, forcing them into an out-of-system play. Peyton does a really good job of backing off of taking those balls when she sees that there's someone else available to take them. I think that's really going to help her set up her team more effectively.
Kinsey with the attack there, but it's a point for Trinity. 12-8, the Lady Eagles lead. Wide for Metzger. Almost dug up by Trinity, but Metzger gets the kill. Setter Peyton will head back to serve. Up high, set wide, and a net violation. Point's going to go to the Lady Eagles.
Here at about the midpoint of this set, the Eagles have made it through one complete rotation. This is really where you want to see them settle in and go on more of a run than what they've been able to do for the first half of this set. Give themselves some good momentum going into the third set.
Peyton with the ace off the tape.
And as the team had mentioned earlier, coming off 2 losses earlier this week, 2 tough losses. They were competitive matches. The girls mentioned, we really want to get back into a rhythm. We want to prove to ourselves that we're capable of doing what we've seen ourselves do. So that's going to be important as they finish out today's matches, to end on those high notes, to give themselves confidence going into the games that they have coming up.
Another ace there for the Lady Eagles. 16-8. Dug up but out. 17-8.
And you can see the difference that this consistent serving can have in shifting that momentum. Peyton certainly playing a key role in that momentum shift.
Dipping ball, and it catches Trinity off guard. 18-8, the Lady Eagles lead. Peyton with the serve. That one into the net, though. She did start a little run there for the Lady Eagles, and we'll see some adjustments. Miranda Knox entering for Peyton. Evie Rurik entering for Allie Whiting.
And it's an interesting position to be in. As a starter, you want to play. You're in that position because you've demonstrated a desire to play and work hard to get to that position. But also as a starter, anytime you get to a point where you've set your team up well enough that then your coach can bring in some other players to get some more reps in, you also can take a pretty good sense of accomplishment in that as well.
Ooh. And Kinsey with a great spot, but not a great contact. The double rule is still in effect if the ball comes over the net. And so it's a point for Trinity. Madison Williford with the serve. Peyton to the soft hands of Knox. Up in the air. Metzger with the swing. Now Rurik. They'll switch sides. Trinity puts it over and finds, I've heard it called the campfire, players surrounding that ball in the middle as it makes contact with the floor.
And that's one of those communication issues potentially that this is why you're bringing in these players, to get some different looks at the ball.
Knox up high for Rurik. Puts the free ball over a little too deep. And it's a point for Trinity, 18-12. A little run of their own. Lady Eagles will look to take back momentum on this first offense. Kinsey gets the kill.
Good adjustment by Kinsey there. Little bit of a mistiming with the set, but still able to make a play out of it. And once again, that's what you want out of your hitters, to be able to make plays even in less than ideal conditions.
Metzger with the serve. Up high, it'll be a swing from Trinity. Knox wide for Boyd. Handled by Trinity. Big swing. Metzger gets it up high. Brooks ends up taking it. Boyd with the roll. Trinity gets an attack. Knox up to Brooks. Wide for Rurik. She puts the swing down the line.
Knox doing a really good job throughout that play, keeping the ball alive, not only in a setting position with setting, but also defense as well. Once again, remembering that these setters are called upon to play defense every play.
Metzger a bit short on that serve. And it'll send Trinity back to serve. Be Victoria Troutman. Boyd to Knox, back to Boyd. Touched at the net by Trinity. Kinsey. Knocks in the middle for Kinsey, and she scores. (21-13). The Lady Eagles will have the libero, Hope Brooks, back to serve. Anderson, Boyd, Rurik in the front. Good serve, dug up there by Trinity. Off the swing, off some block. And it goes to a point for Trinity. Haley Higgins to serve. Getting the signal from her coach. Brooks. Ooh, it comes soft off the net. And Knox was unable to get that one. The Eagles looking to get in system. Short serve. Misplayed by the Eagles.
At this point, this is where you really want to see the Eagles be able to pull themselves together without calling a timeout, make the necessary adjustments, once again, to gain that momentum here at the end of the set.
Metzger to Knox to Anderson. Dominant force in the middle. And we'll see Knox exit for Peyton. And Rurik and exit for Whiting. 22-16 in this second set. The Lady Eagles took the first by a score of 25-6. High ball. Tried the cut shot too wide from Harley Mosley. And the Lady Eagles close in on 25 in this second set. Whiting. Trinity with the touch there, but into the net. And the Lady Eagles have set point, 24-16. A great serve finishes off this second set, 25-16. Lady Eagles leading 2-0. We'll take a brief break and rejoin you shortly.
Eagle fans, here today competing to find that plush eagle that you see there on the volleyball court. I have Rachel and Kinsey. They're both blindfolded, so they're going to need your help to find directions to get there. They're going to have 30 seconds to do so. Rachel and Kinsey, are you guys ready? All right. On my count, 3, 2, 1, go. $20 seconds. 10. You guys are going the opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neither one of you found it. Good job, guys. Let's go, Eagles.
All right, welcome in for this third set of our third match here in the Nest this evening. Lady Eagles leading 2-0 against the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Carrie, the Lady Eagles won the first 2 sets 25-6, 25-16. What are you looking for in this third set?
You know, I'm sure the Lady Eagles are anticipating that this will be their last set of this match. So trying to finish this match on a strong note. You know, we saw a string of unforced errors together in the second set that I know the Eagles were trying to adjust to work through. So often when you have those string of unforced errors, it's up to really you're going to look to your leaders on the team to step in and really stabilize the play, turn around those unforced errors. So looking to see the Eagles doing that when they start to sense that they're building up, trying to step in and shift momentum, because really it's often one player that can turn that around.
Metzger with the serve. Good one, and she scores. (3-0) here in this third set. Into the net. And it'll send Trinity back to serve.
Anytime there's a missed serve like that, you always want to look to see how the team responds on the next one. One of the things about receiving a serve is obviously you have the opportunity at first offense, so you have immediately an opportunity to adjust.
Peyton, the setter, takes that one. And the Eagles score. 4-1 they lead. It'll be Brooks to serve. Handled by Trinity. Their outside hitter. Brooks gets it to Peyton. Back set for Whiting. She tips it deep. And too close for Trinity to mount an attack.
Strong defense from Brooks there to set up that play, and then a good play from Whiting from the right side, adjusting to a bit of a tight set, making a play out of it.
Good serve there from Brooks, earns the point. Trinity's attack goes into the net, and the Lady Eagles lead 6-1. Tight, unable to get it over. A fourth contact results in a Lady Eagles point. 8-1. Trinity's second point of this third set comes via the second service error for the Lady Eagles. Sends Alexis Spann back to serve. Just over, and Peyton goes over with it. And she was coming from the back row there. And so that point ends up going to Trinity.
You like to see those instincts kick in, you know, keeping that ball alive, but coming from the back row.
This one over, Metzger up to Peyton. There it is for Anderson, blocked, out, point for the Lady Eagles. And it is Whiting back to serve. Whiting, a consistent server. And she scores. (10-3) the Lady Eagles lead. Got a second ball on the court. We only play with one. Here we go. That one deep, handled though by Trinity. Set wide, And no touch given there. So a fourth contact ruled on Trinity. 11-3, the Lady Eagles lead. Outside attack for Trinity. Whiting gets it, back row attack. Block was there, forces a easier attack. Boyd with a big swing, free ball comes over. The libero Brooks takes it in the middle for Anderson. Ends up killing an overpass. 12-3, the Lady Eagles lead.
Anderson immediately redeeming that missed timing on the previous attempt.
Lady Eagles still looking very active. No, lethargy setting in, which is important here at the end of a long day, keeping that mental game sharp.
Absolutely. It is so difficult to maintain a high level of play when your opponent is not meeting that level. Like I've mentioned before, just your natural inclination is to play at the level of your opponent.
Little long, 14-3. Lady Eagles have taken a commanding lead in this third set. Whiting to serve. And Brooks to Peyton, Anderson, and point for the Lady Eagles. Oh, and there's the error from Whiting, giving Trinity a chance to serve. Casey Brown with the serve. Just not quite over there. Point for the Lady Eagles. And it'll be Boyd to serve. Her first serve of the night. And it's a point for the Lady Eagles. Boyd with her first serve, and it was Anna Stevens now in the front row with Sydney Anderson. Boyd with the serve, high pass for Trinity. Right side attack. Stevens there on the block. 18-4, Lady Eagles lead. Boyd over and in. Trinity gives the free ball. Brooks tight for Peyton, but killed by Anderson. The middles for the Lady Eagles, looking just for the first two sets. 9 kills for Kinsey, 7 for Anderson. Feels like Anderson's had several more in this third set. 20-4 after the ace by Boyd. Trinity will call timeout in this third set. All right, welcome back to this third set. Lady Eagles leading 2-0. Abby Minton entering, and Michaela Kinney entering. It'll be Boyd to serve. That one long. Point for the Lady Eagles.
And here to finish out this third set, you really hope you get the opportunity to see the Eagles execute some strong offense to end the night with, taking that into their next games.
Wide for Stevens, off the block and scores.
A strong swing from Stevens, and that's what the opportunity that we've been waiting for to see her take.
All right, Boyd with the attack there. Boyd up for Minton to Kinney. This one wide. Oh, kept in play. Lady Eagles end up giving the free ball. In the middle. Not over, though. 23-4, the Lady Eagles lead. Boyd with the serve. There for Anderson, and she gets the kill.
And you see Minton and Anderson both excited about that connection between the two of them.
Boyd, match point. That one tight, too tight. Lady Eagles take a commanding 3-set victory, 25-6, 25-16, 25-4, winning both of their matches in this try today. And we will look forward to some upcoming matches later next week. The Lady Eagles will be taking on Coastal Alabama East
we would
on
like
Thursday
to thank the Andrews Institute
before
for providing
they
team
play
physicians Dr. Adam Ans
a
and
doubleheader
Dr.
here
Travis
at the
Ross,
Nest against
and certified
champion
athletic
Christian.
trainer Stephen Halsey for medical coverage of Pensacola Christian College.
All right, as we round out our couple of matches this evening, Carrie, what were some things you liked out of the Lady Eagles?
I definitely liked, like I've mentioned so many times, but seeing the Lady Eagles maintain pressure on opponent even when the pressure was not innately provided by the game. They did a great job of holding themselves to a high standard, executing a strong offense, staying sharp so often throughout the match, and I think that should be really encouraging as they look ahead toward another busy week.
All right, thank you again for joining us for this couple of matches today. We hope you'll join us again for our live stream next Friday evening.